Needy Catgirl overload. Today's message, haven't thought of anything yet. Oh well, it can be helped. I'll just go cause some problems and then tell the commander about it. Fucker. Alright, let's go. How long is it? Damn. Alright. Starting station. The train will always encounter lost travelers. This is message number 3751. Why are they using Girls Fun and One Music? GFL1 Music, baby! Alright. This is message number 3751. There's an oh so special significance to this number. 3 is for the number of dates we've had together. 7 is for the number of outfits you gave me. 5 is for May, when our eyes first met. And finally, the number 1 is what you are to me. What am I to you? What I am to you. We're each other's one and only, aren't we? You know, I'm not scared of waiting anymore. That's because I believe that our bond is stronger than any trial it might face. It's strong enough to overcome anything, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. And not even death will do us part. Why Sakura is here? Alright. They were able to find a way to make Sakura involved in the story. Sakura, are you ready? It's the moment you have been waiting for all your life. Is that the van? It doesn't look like it handles particularly well. Even Springfield is here. Perhaps the driver's high spirits have affected the vehicle too. The pink delivery truck seems to have noticed us watching it circle around, because it speeds up directly toward us before suddenly screeching to a halt. A petite doll leaps out from the truck, her countenance all nervous and frazzled. What stands before me today seems to not have changed much from my recollection of her. Sakura, welcome to the Elmo. Commander, we meet at last. I'm not sure if you know, but I've got many things I want to talk about with you. I've been working really hard though. I'm sure Springfield's already told you about me, but have you read the letters I sent you? Commander, I want to... Sakura bursts into tears as she dives into my arms. I gently pat her back to console her. I want to... Alert, your delivery deadline is about to expire. Baka Sakura, you know your break's almost over, right? Now of all times, can't you give me a little more time? Sure I can, but for every minute you delay, you'll have a complaint filed. Once that happens, the rep you have worked so hard to build up will go down the drain. All the major platforms will lose faith in you, and you'll never get another big job again. You won't even be able to make enough money to keep me fueled up. Wait, why is this happening? I only just managed to meet the commander again. Feels bad, man. Oh, life. Can't you cut me some slack just this once? It's alright, Sakura. We won't be traveling too far from this settlement for the foreseeable future. So you can come back anytime. Noticing Sakura's tear-filled eyes, my hand moves on its own to pat her head. Sakura trembles, then she squeezes her glistening eyes shut and rubs her head up against my palm. Go on then. Didn't you say everyone in the Yellow Zone was counting on you? We'll have a room waiting for you on the Elmo. We can talk after you're done, right? I'll put the pedal to the metal and blast my way through at top speed. Hey. After wiping her tears away, Sakura runs back to her truck. Well, at least she got reunited now with the commander. I did not get to talk, give my gift, or eat with the commander. We did not manage to do anything at all. Even though I worked so hard to make this happen. I can't believe the reunion with the commander that I've been dreaming of ended up like this. But at least the commander patted my head. Get a grip, girlie. We have to make a big detour just to get you here. If you want a vacation, you should at least get your work done first. The only thing on your mind is making deliveries, senpai. You don't care about my happiness at all, do you? Damn right I don't. That's because your deadline expiring is more important than that. Oh, forget it. So, where are we headed? Our destination is a seaside town 380 kilometers away. Goes by the name of Port Mig... 380 kilometers isn't that far, but we have lots of deliveries to make once we are there. I hope we can wrap them up in a week's time. Alright, here we go. Full speed ahead to my Labi-Dobi reunion with the commander. Just as... Is that Dushebune? Just as Sakura is about to step on the gas, a doll suddenly jumps out from the roadside. A fake accident scammer. Damn it, that's the yellow zone for you. Go get him, Sakura. Yep. My friend, oh master of this savage beast, heed my words. For salvation to bless the commander's home and estate, we must proceed post haste to the rookie village. So, please, grant us passage. Oh my god. What's going on? Let us go back an hour. At the entrance to the doll community, the sun scorches its merciless rays upon an irate figure. That of course, she's also in the story. Paitusa. That Ulrich, she's nothing but a figurehead dork after all. That's rude, Dixie. Quick, apologize. He shouldn't have questioned my judgment. Yes, you're right. The girl rapidly switches her tone, volume, and demeanor as she talks to herself. Of course, this isn't particularly out of the ordinary, since there were always two individuals to begin with. However, under normal circumstances, Paitusa and Sweeper could have simply convened in the privacy of their neural cloud. This spectacle is but a means for Sweeper to convey her immense displeasure. The other dolls have grown used to her outbursts and are keeping their distance for the time being. I just don't get it. We have clearly got more important stuff to do. So why we are wasting our time and effort on growing piddly crap like carrots and pumpkins? God, why are you so grumpy, Sweeper? They're tomatoes, my dear. Plants have feelings too, and they'd feel sad if they heard what you said. Is that not a most lamentable tragedy? Who cares? Ulrid isn't even thinking about our combat protocols. The way I see it, about 98% of the power plant isn't defended well enough. We lack anti-heavy weaponry to effectively utilize skill zone firepower. Jesus Christ. What she's going to do if war breaks out one day? Pelt the enemy with her precious tomatoes. You need not worry, Nixie. Ulrid is proceeding with things at her own pace. We have only just managed to stabilize the community, and there are many other things that need consideration. What other considerations should be more important than this one? She's such a tsundere. I shared a super exclusive Sangbis Fairy style tactical analysis with her. And what did she do? She kicked me out. Well, you did barge into her room without permission. Then you started lecturing her while she was burying her face in that commander doll. That's rather impolite, no? Wait, Ulrich has a commander doll? But that's because she refused to listen. I was thinking about our future here. And what was her response? She partook in a gross abuse of power and sent me to guard the main gate. Do you even need a doll for this kind of thing? A Dino Gate could handle this. Yeah, tell that to Robelia. Annoyed, Sweeper kicks open the door to the security kiosk and finds herself looking into a pair of confused eyes. What? My name will be struck from the roll of honorable protectors? That's not what I meant. Art thou the Dino Gate that shall replace me, a hero shan't give up without a fight. Who are you calling a Dino Gate? Sweeper jumps up and tries to karate chop her, but Dushebune nimbly blocks the attempt. The resultant motions, however, have them stuck in a particularly ridiculous pose, which makes Sweeper blush. She can hear Paitusa jiggling in her mind as all this is going on. What are you doing here anyway? The Supreme Leader had personally anointed me as a border guardian. Don't they need more people down on the test plots? Indeed they do. It was my fervent desire to grant them aid in replanting the Garden of the Gods. Garden of the Gods. However, Helen has taken up these duties. Huh? Helen said she liked doing that sort of thing. And here I thought it was because you had a black thumb. Such slander. Nay, she proclaimed that heroes ought to do more interesting and exciting things. And so you chose to come here and space out? The doll community's grand border is mine to guard. What is there to doubt? I stand watch here because disaster is about to... Hold it. While this is an important duty, you cannot protect anything by sitting here. What do you think the real threat to the community is? A quiet, exasperated chuckle fills the air. Paitusa knows Nixie is about to get into it again. The real threat is wrong, but a word had yet escaped my mouth. The fact you didn't answer immediately is already wrong. The answer is obvious. It's war. Full-scale war. It's the enemies of the commander. It's the mastermind behind the destruction of the world. If an army of third-gen dolls showed up at our doorstep right now, backed by a carrier strike groups and collapsed particle naval artillery, do you think you could protect everyone? Wait, would something like that actually happen? Defh furrows her brows. Immersed she is within the annals of the apocalyptic prophecy. Well, there's the rub. But we need not fret. The commander is our god after all. I am a god? I'm sure she'll find a way to save the world. All heroes have to do is obey the commandments of God. Oh please, the commander isn't a god. She's just a human being. That said, I have to admit she's a human with an iron will. One that Sangbis Ferry had to respect. As ferocious as a Cerberus, as decisive as a Nemeum, indeed she truly is a natural-born killer who was raised for warfare. While most of that just goes over Defh's head, she finds herself nodding instinctively. So the question now is, what does she need? She needs a multi-kiloton land battleship. I need a battleship, loyal and overwhelming firepower, as well as a meticulous and perceptive combat support AI. I need an AI? Can the doll community provide those necessities? That's why I said she's going to dump us when war comes. Yeah, we cannot even protect ourselves, so we always have to rely on the commander. But I'm sure she won't just cast us aside. Even if she doesn't abandon us, she's not going to value us either, right? We'll end up farming dolls, working the fields day and night, and all we can do is watch the other dolls do great things. Yes, I'm gonna make you play Stardew Valley, Sweeper. We might be invited to make up numbers at the victory celebration, but we will never be the focus of the commander's attention on the battlefield. Well, look at you, garnering for attention now. Sweeper delivers each word with such conviction that she doesn't even hear Paitusa sighing inside her head. But maybe. But what if that's already happening? I mean, it's been a long time since I've been sent on a mission, although some newcomers have. Could it be that, indeed, this is but the perfect opportunity? The commander is already making her move, as I thought she spent those 10 years lying low, sharpening her claws, observing the world and waiting for an opportunity to strike. And now, in one fell swoop, she seized territory, resources, and loyal soldiers. I don't get why she's our #1 fan now. I am certain that we too can achieve such lofty goals. Indeed, all we lack is courage. Paitusa can sense Sweeper's spirits rising. It's at that point that she knew she fucked up. No. It's at that point where nothing she can say from inside her mind can dampen her mood. Perhaps it's because she has a better listener than Ulrid in front of her. All she can do is sigh. Defh isn't dumb, but the way she's so in tune with Sweeper is, well, they might actually be more alike than they think. I know, right? Helen said that we'd be happy as long as we stuck with the commander. But if we did that, the commander would be too tired and she wouldn't be able to spend time with us. Just look at Suomi. She's doing her best to sell our tomatoes. I'm part of the doll community too, so I cannot keep relying on the commander to do everything for me. Yeah, she's an absolute mad woman. Not only is she on the URN's most wanted list, she stands tall as the eternal enemy of Sangbis Ferry. Plus, there's that heart of hers, which scorches the lands with sheer ambition. There's no way she would be content with just growing tomatoes. Jesus Christ, Sweeper. I think I've managed to level up my motivation thanks to your encouragement. What's your name? Paitusa was it? Uh-oh. You're like a master of the arts of war. I think I'll just call you War Master. It's Sweeper, but Helen was right. You shouldn't be slaving away in the fields because you're way smarter than most of the dolls here. We are tactical dolls. We are warriors. The commander who defeated Sangbis Ferry doesn't need farmers, but perfect soldiers. That I am certain. This is the first time someone's ever called me smart. You've got great judgment, War Master. It's Sweeper! The air inside the tiny security kiosk heats up as the discussion grows more intense. It's as though a little sun were rising indoors. Unfortunately, we are the only people here with the wherewithal to do anything about it. Ulrich understands nothing. At this rate, the commander might just dispose of her as scrap. Hey, I think Ulrich's a kind leader and the commander won't abandon us, but I'm sure you know way more about warfare. That's why 'tis we who are destined to save the Dark Community, War Master. You mean we should do something that's actually meaningful? Just the two of us? Two's a little too few for that though. Did you forget Paitusa? But are we not a party of three? There is a brief pause before another voice hesitantly speaks up. I apologize in case I have misunderstood, but are you counting me in as well? Indeed. Well, it's not like you can get out of this unless you're going to hand this body completely over to me. Well, I think we should discuss this with Ulrich first. At the very least, I know what's been stressing her out so much recently. A lack of WMDs? No, look, I'm going to explain myself, so please hear me out, okay? Will do, Madam Strategist. Wait, I'm a strategist now? Look at that face. That's a cute one. Supreme Leader, we have come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Why are you even calling her Supreme Leader at a time like this? Oi, Ulrich, listen up. The two of them storm into Ulrich's room, all fired up and ready for a fight. Unfortunately, they have missed her. The office is empty and there is a distinct lack of Ulrich's presence. What's with that woman? Is she avoiding me or something? Nixie, to deem oneself so highly is a sin, you know. It's not like this is the first time she's done it either. She's a real cunning one. She knows just how to wear my spirits down. Sweeper paces back and forth. Her rapid-fire footsteps are but a means of unloading her heightening frustration. Oh, forget it. I just knew it would be a waste of time. Come on, let's go. We'll just do what we gotta do. There's no point asking for her permission. Sweeper turns to the door and marches straight toward it. Her plan is to leave with a grand slam to vent her wrath. However, she freezes when Defh calls out to her. A moment please, War Master. Our time was not wasted after all. Here, gaze upon this great discovery with thine eyes. Defh's eyes light up as she holds up a huge paper sack that was lying on the desk. It bulges to the brim with collapsed pieces. Finally, we can take a break. Oh. Yes, finishing up all your outstanding work always feels good. No, the work never ends, although the community situation has improved rapidly thanks to everyone's help. Our recent trade deal with Mokosh has doubled our workload. Also, there are girls who want to get tactical modules installed so they can help the commander out. We need to at least come up with a training plan for them. Ulrich and Helen walk down the corridor, side by side. They are doing their best to slow their pace down, to prolong this rare bit of free time they have been allotted. After all, the dolls have now experienced what Mating refers to as being so busy you forget to breathe. What are you going to do afterwards? I'm returning to the office so I can properly sort out our supply procurement situation. I wish I could go back to my room and blow up some steam. Ulrich will never, ever tell anyone that she ordered a highly realistic commander doll from Lewis. From Lewis? Specifically the Tomato Emperor of Mokosh, limited edition. So Lewis is also part of the main story now. Just off screen. Ma, is that severe? Yeah, normally I'd ask Perry to help me handle this, but she's been up to her ears in work recently. Plus, I need to actually do some work from time to time. Haggling with merchants is tremendous pain, even when they are friendly to us. Well, that's their job. They'll drag you into their game with all its complex rules to squeeze what you got out. Opportunities for profit are often found in unfamiliar territory, and we dolls have a harder time working in said territory than humans do. You're right, that's exactly how it feels to me. Still, we have decided not to hide away from the world, but to move forward with the commander. That means we cannot just avoid human society anymore. We need to adapt to it, and then work together with others for mutual benefit. That said, Mako should have sent over a lot of supplies recently. Don't you have all the basic parts you need now? Might there be anything else? Spare frames. That's what we need most urgently right now. At the moment, most of our colleagues' frames are only able to perform basic day-to-day tasks. They cannot be outfitted with weapons at all, so they'd be fodder in combat. Also, frames that are compatible with weaponry are currently only available from green zone suppliers. However, I heard there's an upcoming auction on the board of the green and yellow zone. Supposedly, there will be large quantities of doll frames on offer there. I was wondering if I should head over there and try my luck. Upon those words, Ulrich gingerly massages her temples, as if an integer overflow was about to arise in her level 2. Truth is, I don't like auctions. The merchants' vanity, their deceit, and the games they play are all very frustrating. The commander and everyone in the doll community all work hard to scrape together the funds for our budget, but figuring out how to spend it is making my core combust. Well, I believe you should consider that decision carefully, Miss Ulrich. You probably won't receive fair treatment if you take part in an auction while openly declaring your identity as a doll. Wouldn't it be better to get an underground broker to act as your agent if you decide to participate? But the auction's going to take place very soon. Can we even find someone suitable for the job given the circumstances? All I know about the auction is that the organizer is a wealthy woman who's renowned for her tremendous business acumen, and equally famous for being meticulous to a fault in every transaction. They finally arrive at the door to Ulrich's office as they talk. She sweeps the door open, as if sweeping her depression out with it. Well, in any case, between the proceeds from the sales of our produce to Mokosh, the support from Miss Lorelei, and the payment from Basili, oh my god, so many characters that they have just literally known. We can actually afford to be picky about what we are buying. I want our stock of frames to be able to hold out through several high-intensity battles, even if it means having to cut back on other expenses. What the fuck is Basili? An adult. Most likely. Lorelei is basically, I forgot her gun name. Currently, the amount we have to spend on frames is roughly... Ulrich's words trail off. Before her very eyes lies a shocking absence. The place on the desk where the funds should be is completely empty. Uh-oh. What's wrong? No, it's not completely empty. There is a note where they used to be. Ulrich picks it up and studies it together with Helen. Leave the Dolls community salvation to us. We'll bring lots of frames back with die currency. Hero, War Master, and strategies. Salvation? But everyone's money. Huh? Defh, why? Defh shut down our communications link. I have no idea where she's gone now. But she's a good girl and she never do something like this. Someone must have led her astray. No, I can't believe I lost the money that everyone worked so hard to raise. If the others find out, they'll surely be disappointed in a leader like me. And the commander would be disappointed too. She won't ask me to be her companion anymore. No, it's not my fault. Hang in there, be strong. Also, who are those War Master and Strategist people anyway? Do we have anyone like that in the community, or did they pop out of the power plant like Paitusa? I'm supposed to be a leader, but I'm completely useless as one. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that War Master and Strategies have been written in a similar manner. Does that mean it's something like two personalities in one frame? Is it Paitusa? No, it's got to be Sweeper's doing. Damn it, I'm going to drag them all back here. If Paitusa's mixed up in all of this, then at the very least she understands urgency and priorities, right? Plus, she's not much worse than us when it comes to dealing with humans. While I'm very annoyed that Paitusa and Sweeper seem to have led Defh astray, I'm sure that they won't do anything that would be bad for the commander or the doll community. But the auction, how will we take part with no money? Ulrich has managed to recover from her near breakdown by sheer force of will. That said, the pressure she's been under means that she's been freaking out like this quite often recently. Helen has already become used to it by now. But you hate auctions, don't you? So we'll think of another solution. While I'm not happy about this, it's the only thing that helps me maintain a positive mindset. But if they end up losing the money, I won't let them off the hook that easily. Got it. I'll ask Monsoon Squad and 404 to keep an eye out for Duchebene and the others while they are in the field. I guess that's all we can do. Still, what would Duchebene need all that money for? While this was quite reckless, she's always cared about the community. Could it be that she or Paitusa really do have a plan? Let's think positive and assume that's what they have in mind. In any case, I doubt she'd go to an auction, right? Of course not. Why would they be interested in horrible places like that? So I guess they have gone to look for an underground broker? That does seem to be the case. And besides, they wouldn't know anything about the auction. I'll inform the brokers I know. After a brief silence, the tension in the room finally eases up. A cool breeze wafts in through the window. Had that tempest of frustration been nothing more than a passing mirage? So, do you have any other solutions to the frame problem? Ever since the commander became a fugitive, more and more ex-Gryffindors have come to realize that she needs their aid. A lot of them are quite influential in the yellow and even the green zones. I was planning to employ their assistance in coming up with a solution. As dolls, it's only natural that we want spare frames for ourselves. If we don't go overboard with purchasing, it won't arouse suspicion. Are they all going to help the commander? We've all been preparing ourselves to be useful to her since that day 10 years ago. The feelings engraved in our neural clouds will never fade. And it's all because the commander gave her dolls the right to decide their destinies. How wonderful. Had I encountered the commander earlier, perhaps even I could have become a better version of myself. Wait a minute, I just realized something. I haven't received any notice of our vehicles being requisitioned or stolen.